is enough said.
Happy Taco Tuesday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Guys, would really appreciate it. You know what I'm going to ask? Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go ahead and go together on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, season starts tomorrow, you guys. I'm really excited. It's been almost 6 months since we've had Miami Heat basketball. Last time we saw the Miami Heat on the court, besides the preseason, was when we lost to the Boston Celtics in the first round of the playoffs last year. So we're excited to get back. I think this is going to be a great season for a few reasons. First and foremost, the Miami Heat have had a lot of rest. Getting bounced in the first round, Jimmy Butler, having that severe MCL sprain in the play-in, has given the Miami Heat a lot of time for rest. So guys like Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, even guys that were injured like Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, they've had a lot of time to rest those nagging injuries, get back to 100%. The other reason why I feel Bam Adebayo, playing with Team USA, gaining that experience, you guys, also playing with some of the NBA's best and some of the greatest of all time. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. He's there with experienced veterans that have won, seeing how they practice, seeing what their habits are. Bam Adebayo is a guy that picks up on that stuff. So I think Bam is ready to lead this Miami Heat team this year. And in this particular video, you guys, I want to talk about 5 things that the Miami Heat need to do in order to have a successful 2025 season. Now, before I start this, remember, I'm not Pat Riley. I'm not Eric Spoelstra. I'm a Miami Heat fan. But one thing I am is somebody that's been watching this team for a very long time, and I've watched pretty much every game during the Jimmy Butler era. So I've seen things that the Miami Heat have done. And I also see things that I feel that the Miami Heat can do to get better. But at the end of the day, we just got to see what this team can do. Now, why I'm doing this is so we all can have some fun in the comments, have a debate, we can talk about it, have a great time. So, the first thing, it's not a part of my 5 things, but I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, the biggest thing is to get out of the play-in. Obviously, you don't want to be a play-in team next year. Of course, it's what we've been the last 2 years. We've been streaking with mediocrity the last 2 seasons, very mid-seasons. So these 5 takeaways that I'm going to have, you guys, these 5 things I'm going to bring up are obvious reasons to get us out of the play-in. And first and foremost, for the love of God, health. Health. The Miami Heat last year, you guys, had 37 different starting lineups. All of the teams that had that amount of different starting lineups were tanking teams or bottom-level teams. The Miami Heat finished the season 10 games over 500 with 37 different starting lineups. That's one of the biggest reasons why, you guys, I know that this Miami Heat team is a contender. Because the fact that you had all those injuries last year and you were still able to finish 10 games above 500 is astonishing. So health is a big thing. What do you got to do? Look, you can't control health. Injuries happen. It's not something you can control. We've said in the past, maybe it's because this team plays too hard, but in reality, my God, look at the team in the 90s. Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, that era. Vashawn Leonard, Dan Marley, Jamal Mashburn, PJ Brown. This was a team that was hard-nosed, would play every game. But at the end of the day, they suffered their injuries as well. Alonzo Mourning had multiple injuries. It just happens. So you need to make sure that certain players, if they have a nagging injury, you don't push it. And that's another reason why, you guys, we've made signings like Alec Burks, why Josh Richardson has come back, why Kevin Love is here, why Thomas Bryant was brought back. Because during the regular season, during the grind, your star players are going to miss games. So you need to have players that make up for that. So if Bam Adebayo takes a game off, you know that you just drafted Kel'el Ware, you have a Thomas Bryant to make up one game. If Terry Rozier can't play a game, start Alec Burks in the point guard. Same thing, if Tyler Hero's not playing one night, you can throw in Duncan Robinson. If Jimmy Butler's not playing, Jaime Jaquez will fill that role. And then when those backup players fill in those starting roles, now you have these other guys that can help you. Josh Richardson, Josh Christopher, Keshad Johnson, Drew Smith. This is a very deep Miami Heat roster. I've been saying it before, you guys, but I like the way this team is made. But another main thing, my second takeaway, my second thing that the Miami Heat need to do to become a successful team next regular season, get your offense to a top 10 ranking. The Miami Heat have not been a top 10 ranked offense since the 2022 season. That's where you want to be at. Your goal is to look at that 2022 season, model it. We were one of the best three-point shooting teams that year. Get back to that. I know we can. Make the right decisions. And you know what? I think it's going to happen because now you're going to have an offense surrounded by guys like Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo has evolved his game with the three-point shot. You know what Jimmy Butler can do. Nikola Jovic is stepping up. Jaime Jaquez, I know, is poised for a breakout year. You have a lot of guys that can score the basketball. I think this is going to be one of the very best offensive ranked Miami Heat teams in the Jimmy Butler era. Number 3, it's kind of hit or miss, but I feel another thing that the Heat really need to do, not right away, but you got to play Kel'el Ware. You drafted Kel'el Ware at 15 for a reason. And I understand that he's still raw, he needs to develop, he needs time, I get that. But he has a defensive presence on this team that nobody has. He can block shots, rebound, his lob threat is incredible. I understand he still needs to develop his game, and I'm glad that we have guys like Bam Adebayo, Kevin Love, Thomas Bryant. You're going to be able to fill it in. The first 15, 20 games, I don't know if Kel'el Ware is going to have a huge shot, but I do know that he looks like a player that when his number is called on, he's going to step up. You saw that in preseason. When he would be out there for just those 10 minutes, he would make it count. So I think the Miami Heat need to really look at Kel'el Ware playing and have an opportunity where Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo are on the same floor together. Experiment with that a little bit. Now, my fourth takeaway, you guys, this is something that I feel is hit or miss, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. I think that the Miami Heat need to stick with a starting lineup. I'm not talking about injuries. Injuries happen. When you need to change your starting lineup because of that, it happens. But what I'm talking about is pick a starting lineup and run with it. I understand that you look at a team like Boston Celtics, they're top heavy. You see what their starting lineup is with Holiday, White, Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis. But you need to have a similar mindset to that. Go with the starting lineup, stick with it. Maybe not everybody loves the Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo starting lineup. But offensively, I think it works. If that's what you want, stick with it. And then number 5, my final thing that the Miami Heat need to do to have a successful 2025 season, run the offense through Bam Adebayo. Have Bam Adebayo be your number 1 scoring option, but also have him make the decisions as well. Bam Adebayo in his 8th year, I feel, has proven for the last few seasons that he is consistently a great offensive player. And for those that do not agree, numbers do not lie. Since the 2020 season, Bam Adebayo has averaged almost above 18 points a game averagely every season, almost 10 rebounds a game. He has solidified himself as one of the best bigs in the NBA and as one of the very best defenders in the NBA. It is time for Bam Adebayo to break out of his offensive shell. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Bam Adebayo can get himself to a Chris Bosh offensive level, he will be an MVP candidate. And what he's done this offseason, working on his three-point game, seeing how he's incorporated that during the preseason, I think it's time to run this offense through Bam Adebayo. You have Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero that can feed off of Bam Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler is one of the best creators out there. This could be one of the very best offensive Miami Heat teams we've seen in a very long time. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. What do you think about these 5 things that I've brought up? Do you agree with it? Maybe you have other takeaways. I am dying to know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Y'all got one more day. One more day. Get me to 5,000 subscribers and I'll do a $50 giveaway. We're almost there. We're at over 4,800. All hands on deck. Let's see what y'all got. Thank you so much. And one more a little reminder, you guys, for those that have taken a moment to follow my family channel, the ValleFamily, thank you guys so much for the support. We are nearing our first 100 subscribers. The goal is 1,000. So guys, if you're watching this video and, please take a moment. I'll put a link in the description and in the comments. Just click the subscribe button. We would really appreciate the support. Thank y'all so much for that have tuned in. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that's enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go here.